And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School as we get you ready for a little boys soccer action as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Belleville East Lancers. We are just a tad late. Tried to tap into the huddle camera attached to the booth here again, but once again it's wonky, so we had to scramble and shut everything down and move everything around, and here we are. So let's get going as we welcome you into the pregame show tonight, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center. That is just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahawks come in here after a little bit of a rough go the last few days, but it ended up on the good side after a Tuesday night win here at Alton as Collinsville comes in at 7-1-1 on the year. They are 4-0 in Southwestern Conference play under their sixth-year head coach Rob Loogie, who comes in with a record of 92-32-4. He'll be opposed by Ron English and the Belleville East Lancers. They come in perfect so far this year. They are 8-0 on the regular part of the schedule, and they are 4-0 just like Collinsville in the Southwestern Conference. English is in his third year as the head coach of Belleville East, and he has a 22-18-2 record. So after a 6-0 start to the year, some of the best programs in Metro St. Louis threw a bit of a hiccup into the Collinsville Kahawks hot start with a 3-2 overtime loss at CBC on Saturday and a 1-1 tie here with Webster Groves on Monday. And that was to hand Collinsville their first loss and first tie of the year. Kahawks got back on the winning streak Tuesday with a 2-0 win at Alton. Collinsville benefited from an own goal, and Kahawk junior Adam Reiniger sent home his 10th of the year for a 2-0 win, and or 2-0 lead that held up for a 2-0 win. For Belleville, Coach English has got his team heading in the right direction in his third year. Team is one win away, and actually they've matched their win total from last year when they went 8-12-1. And, of course, they've already surpassed their 6-win total of the 2020 season. And tonight's game for Belleville East is the final of 3 straight road games after beating Belleville West 2-1 on Tuesday, followed by last night's 4-1 win at Granite City. So this ought to be a pretty good matchup. I had a chance to talk things over with Collinsville head coach Rob Loogie. We'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Sofwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahawk Sports Network and KahawkSports.com.
Don't forget about the Italian Fest coming up Friday and Saturday. Make sure you stop by the Junior Service Club's tent for some toasted ravioli. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, PetrovTrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petrov Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. It's a beautiful day for some soccer at Kahok Stadium, so why not a big Southwestern Conference matchup as your Collinsville Kahawks host the Belleville East Lancers. Joining us now, Rob Loogie. Let's go backwards in time in the Wayback Machine, Mr. Peabody. Let's, because I didn't see any of these three games, so let's start with the 3-2 overtime loss to CBC.
It was a good game. We had to make some adjustments due to last-minute injuries. So, we made those adjustments and we came out fast and came out firing. We scored 2 goals in 10 minutes. But with those injuries comes people playing different positions, playing new bodies against a good CBC team. And it was really hot on Saturday. So after a while, you could just see the boys kind of their energy fading just because of the temperature. And we kept playing well. I think on a normal day with our normal lineup, I think it would have been a much different game, even though we took them to double overtime. So that was nice.
That was my next question. Normally, non-conference games are not going into overtime. How come this one went to overtime?
That's a great question. I don't know. That's what the referee told us we were doing, and I wasn't going to argue, kind of is what it is.
All right, you stuck with the St. Louis Schools, a 1-1 tie here against Webster Groves. Tell us about that one.
That's another good game. It's another challenging opponent. I think we had the better of the play probably the first 30 minutes of the game. And then it evened out in the last little bit. They scored a really nice goal in the second half, and they were definitely, putting us on in the second half. But again, we were shifting things around, playing new people. And for that, we were doing well. But we kept pressing, and the Gavin Charisma's long throw led to a nice rebound shot by Bryson Bodie. He had a nice left-footed shot in the low right-hand corner. It's amazing that it went through 20 people to get in the net. I don't know how that happened, but it worked out well. And then, with 30 seconds left, Adam hit the post, and, we're just happy that he shot the ball and was, smart enough to see it.
I heard that one kind of went in slow motion.
Oh, it was 2 or 3 bounces, and they were slow bounces, and it was kind of painful to see it go hit the post, and it's like a movie, dink and then to the right instead of the left.
All right, we have rebounded quite nicely Tuesday night with a 2-0 win, Southwestern Conference win over Alton.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to get a goal in the middle of the first half so we could take some people off and give them a day off or give them a rest. They went back on in the second half once we got a second goal. We were able to kind of, play our bench a little bit more and give guys, some much-needed time off.
You got Nick Horace back in goal tonight. He's missed the last couple of games due to injury. I'm guessing he's okay now?
Yeah, it seems the way. So we'll see how he does.
All right, rest of the team's health. I know we're halfway through the season, so I know you're banged up and things are not going peachy, but let everybody know how the health is right now.
People are banged up. our starting lineup, they've played a lot of minutes, so it'd be nice to get to games where we can give them a break, but we don't really have that on our schedule. So they need to keep going and seeing Amanda in the training room, getting treatment, and coming out and, kind of pushing through and being able to play.
Yeah, that Alton game on Tuesday night was the first of 4 in a row inside the Southwestern Conference. These are big games.
Huge games. I think everybody understands how big conference is, and those are the games that we're shooting for. Not playing Trey Peterson after a while on Tuesday because of today. Dane Compton hasn't played in a while because we would like to see him out there today. So these are the games that matter until the playoffs. So getting bodies rested and getting these results are what we're looking for.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier with Belleville East, man. They won a total of 8 games last year. They come in here 8-0. I think if my math is correct, they've only given up 5 goals so far this year.
Yeah, that's what I saw today as well. And they've played well. I've watched a few of their games. They're a solid squad. So if we can defend well, move the ball and then finish our chances, I think we'll have a good night.
Well, I think that just answered my next question. What do you want to see out of your guys tonight?
Defending well, shut out, scoring goals.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
That is Rob Loogie, your Collinsville Kahok varsity boys head soccer coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass along the starters for both sides, and we'll throw some more names and more numbers at you if we have time. All that coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Ogle with Ogle Auctions, and we hope you are enjoying tonight's game, and go Kahawks. Hey, check us out. Every Sunday night, we have an online auction at www.ogleauctions.com. Everything from grandma's china to grandma's motorcycle helmet, it's all here at Ogle Auctions every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Check us out, and we will see you soon.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
And we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Todd Duke with you. Brett Borm on the other microphone here in just a bit. And we have Mr. Zach Roseman manning the camera here today since our huddle camera is not cooperating with us. Here are your starters. We will begin with the Belleville East Lancers. I forgot to write down the JV score. By the way, that was a 1-1 tie, the JV game was. So here we go. Logan Downen, he is in goal tonight for Belleville East. And in front of him, you will find Luke Bauman, Wilmer Argueta, Quinn Enriquez, Will Keck, Caleb Reinhart, Mo Ba, Anton Mosley, Tanner Stinnett, Nolan Shinzen, and Micah Allen. And for Collinsville in goal, Nick Horace, the junior, is back in goal after a couple of games off due to injury. And in front of Nick, you will find Trey Peterson, Adam Reiniger, Landon Mahat, Jimmy Crowder, Sam Garofalo, Chris Munoz, Gavin Chrisman, TJ Carter, Braden Borm, and Bryson Bodie. And a few numbers to pass along to you. For Belleville East, their goalkeeper tonight is Logan Downen. He's played all but 80 minutes so far in the year, so 480 minutes. He is 6-0, and a couple of shutouts in his belt, under his belt as well. He's only allowed 3 goals and has a goals against average of 0.5. He's made 36 saves, and his save percentage is right at 92%. The opposite goalkeeper is Nick Horace. He has 572 minutes in goal, and he has a 6-1 record, also with a couple of shutouts. He has allowed 9 goals on the year, so his goals against average is a 1.26, and 23 saves gives him a save percentage right at 72%. Adam Reiniger leads the Kahawks in goals scored with 10, and on the other slate, Belleville East Anton Mosley has 6 goals to lead his team. We welcome in Brett Borm now. This is going to be a good one there, sir.
It is. This is going to be another slugfest in the Southwestern Conference. The only difference is this time we've got a different opponent taking that role from Edwardsville, from O'Fallon, right?
Yeah, they've beaten both of those teams this year. I know they beat Edwardsville. I'm pretty sure they beat O'Fallon as well. And they are coming off of a pretty tough schedule. They played Monday, Tuesday, they played Tuesday and Wednesday, and here they are playing on Thursday. So they're playing 3 games in a row. This wraps up their 4-game road trip. So they're at the end of a road trip. They might be a little bit tired, and we need to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. You know, we need to hope that they're coming off of some tired legs because, as you know, Coach Loogie indicated in the pregame, Collinsville is definitely dealing with some injuries.
Yeah, they are.
And it's showing in some lineup changes, and it starts in the back with Dane Compton. Everything starts with Dane and builds out from the back. When you start moving kids in new positions and whatnot, it kind of throws everything out of whack.
Yep, we all noticed that Dane Compton was not on the list mentioned by myself at the beginning of this, so we'll see how that plans out tonight. One final break coming your way, and when we come back, we'll have some soccer for you here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months. Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke, Brett Borm, Zach Roseman with you. Collinsville getting ready to take on Belleville East here in a very important Southwestern Conference matchup as both teams come in with sparkling 4-0 records in Southwestern Conference play. Of course, Collinsville lost their first game of the year back on Saturday against CBC in double overtime, and then a 1-1 tie here with Webster Groves earlier in this week. So nice to see them get back in the winning column Tuesday against Alton. Hope we can continue that here tonight.
Absolutely. It wasn't a graceful, beautiful win up in Alton, but what it did do is, as Coach Loogie indicated, is got some kids out on the field to spell some of those tired legs that these Kahawks have right now. So hopefully they're rested as much as they can be, as playing 4 games in 6 days, but hopefully they're ready to go and come battle.
Junior varsity game, as I mentioned earlier, ended in a 1-1 tie. Belleville East got the first goal at the 26:40 mark of the first half, and it stayed that way up until the 41:40 mark of the second half when Nick Shantz scored a goal on a great steal by Evan Wilkinson a couple of passes later, and Shantz was off and running. He beat his defender, ended up 1v1 versus the goalkeeper, and went from the far side post, crossed the way into the near side corner, and that was good. That was good to go.
Nice.
We are underway here as Belleville East out there in the all-white uniforms. They have blue numbers on the fronts and on the back of their jerseys, although thankfully they're not the sky blue colors that Belleville East usually has, because those would be kind of hard to see. Yeah. Collinsville out there in their new uniforms. Got the little light purple sleeves. Everything else is dark purple except for the numbers on the fronts and the backs that are in white for Collinsville. And the Kahawks getting a little pressure from Belleville East already here right off the bat. And Collinsville trying to dig their way out of it. Peterson over there had it bank off of him. That one's going to go up into the box, and it's being chased down all the way over on the far side by Argueta, and that one ends up going out of bounds. They have volleyball going on over in the gymnasium. The freshmen dropped 2 sets straight to Alton, 25-12, 25-18. JV, they returned the favor to Alton by sweeping the Redbirds on the JV side, 25-18 and 25-23. And the first set is complete over there for varsity, and Alton won that one 25-21. So Collinsville trying to pull out that second set to take us to a third and final tie-breaking set. Ball thrown in all the way up that far sideline, and Jeff Hayes over there, who will join us in the post game to talk about his JV team, as they are now 4-4-1 on the year. He takes care of that ball, but he can't throw it in. There's a hop save by Nick Horst. I'll probably be the easiest save he has all night.
Looks like Belleville East has a long thrower as well. That's the newest fad, I think, in high school soccer, is that long
like
throw.
Yeah. Got to find yourself an athlete with some long arms, and you got it made. Collinsville pokes the ball up into the offensive zone, but out of goal is Downen, and he'll take care of that with no problem at all. We're just underway, just a couple minutes in. Glad you're with us. A gorgeous night here in the Midwest. Not a cloud in the sky, and very comfortable temperatures.
Something to keep an eye on here with Trey Peterson playing in the back. He went head-to-head with Bryson Bodie in the last game and had to get stitches.
So that's not a headband, huh?
That is not a headband, no. So I'm not sure what his capability is going to be with his head tonight.
I'm guessing it wouldn't be a wise idea to bank some off the head, but these kids, once they get out there playing, they kind of forget about that stuff.
Right.
Here is Bodie. Back over along the way now to Garofalo. And up the line it goes, and then back it goes all the way over onto the far side. TJ Carter, there's a name I have not called much this year.
TJ stepped in the last 2 or 3 games as a starter at that left back position with Dane Compton going out. Collinsville's gone to 4 backs instead of the traditional 3. So now you see Sam Garofalo and Borm team together at center back.
That one's popped over the defense's heads, and then it's just kicked out of bounds by Reinhardt. A little feeling out period here early on.
That's the way it feels, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure does. Chrisman throws it in. Nice deep throw into the box and off of a head, and it's going to come down, but a couple of defenders wearing the white uniforms out there get to it first. But here's Bodie. Bodie sends the ball over here to this side for Mahat. Mahat will send it back over to the other side, trying to chase it down as Chrisman. He gets in front of it, and then it gets away from him. So he'll just tip it back over to Carter, and Carter will send it all the way back to the defense. And Garofalo will send it back up. Bodie, he tries to split the defenders there and paid the price for it.
Yeah, that's the right call there, though. Jimmy Crowder tries to lay one off to Bodie and finds him flat on the surface. Couldn't receive the ball.
This one's going to be about 35 yards away, and Mahat looks like he's ready to take this kick. Also out there with him is Chris Munoz, so we'll see which one actually strikes it.
I think it's going to be Munoz.
Here is the shot by Munoz. It's low and it's good, and right off of the hands of Logan Downen, and he's lucky that he kept that one in front of him because Peterson was right in his grill ready to kick home a rebound.
Mm-hmm.
So Downen sends it back out all the way past midfield. Good leg on that kick. Belleville East trying to track the ball down. They can't. Stinnett with it. Stinnett. Had to get a lot of pronunciations on this roster, man.
I've been reading his name in the headlines quite a bit. How many goals does he have this year?
Whoa, that was my phone. Stinnett has 4 goals, 4 assists.
Yeah, he's a dynamic player.
Collinsville trying to come away with it. Nope, just barely got out of bounds. Barely got out of bounds.
I'm not sure the whole ball was out of bounds.
Yeah. Yeah, it went out.
Okay.
When you have a 10-second delay on your feet, I can look down on my phone and it's like an instant replay. Peterson throws the ball in, trying to find Chrisman. Chrisman off of his head, but the wrong direction. It went out of bounds. He was trying to shoot it up the line for Munoz, but it didn't make it that far. Went actually farther. Coming up on 35 minutes to go here in this opening half. Halfway through our week here. Had a little volleyball action for you from Belleville West on Tuesday, and a very hard-fought battle by the Lady Kahawks. They ended up losing 2-0, but it was some hard-fought action there. We'll end our week tomorrow with a nice long road trip to Charleston. Charleston Trojans taking on your Collinsville Kahawks in week number 4 of the football season. Collinsville trying to get out of a little trouble down here in their defensive zone, and they finally do as Jimmy Crowder comes away with it. Back up to midfield it goes, and then back to Bodie. Bodie over onto the far side for Carter. Carter in front of his own bench. Will send it back over to Borm, and then up to midfield it goes. Bounces off a couple of legs, and Belleville East takes over. That is Mo Ba. Mohamedou Ba is his name, but he's called Mo, so we'll go with that as well. A couple of single-syllable names, Mo and Ba.
Sounds like a professional player.
Uh-huh.
Player to watch for Belleville East, as you indicated in the pregame, Anton Mosley. Now it's my understanding he rolled an ankle in last night's game. I was surprised to see him starting tonight, but here he is.
High throw, and that one's knocked down by Horace. He jumped up there and knocked it down with both of his hands. And now a little scrum in front in the box. Bodie, he puts his foot in the way, and that takes care of one forward progress move there. But Belleville East still controls the ball in the box. Now they finally get it out, and Carter will send it up the line, but sends it right to a Belleville East striker, and then off of the body of Bodie and back out toward midfield it goes. So Belleville East trying to reset their offense here, and here is Reinhardt. He'll send it over here to Enriquez. Enriquez gets past Peterson for just a moment, and then a missed pass that was intended for Mosley will allow Collinsville to get it out of there. Munoz trying to chase it down, and that ball is going to go the other way. Tell you what, Caleb Reinhardt did a good job of blocking Munoz away from that ball.
He sure did.
That ball is up the line again, and again out of bounds, and again it'll belong to Belleville East. Throw in coming up here from Nolan Senshin. Senshin throws it in, gets it down to Ba. And that's going to roll toward the box, and Collins is just going to get it out of harm's way. Would have probably rolled to Horace, but it was doing that slowly, and they didn't want to take any chances.
Those are some plays that I would like to see Nick Horace become a little more aggressive. Can come out and try and call his defenders off to get possession of that. That's one thing Robbie Freeman was able to do in the last 2 games.
That one's going to go out of bounds if they don't get to it. Yep. That was heading wide of that near side post when he threw that ball in. So it comes all the way back out. Will Keck, who threw the ball in, will get it right back. Munoz trying to get away from him. Keck's got about, 6 inches and about 35 pounds on him. Spin move by Mahat. Almost worked. Now back up to Ba. And out of bounds again off of Mahat. So another throw in coming up here for Belleville East, but not before Collinsville makes some substitutions as they bring in Mikey Suarez.
That's Dane Compton stepping into the match.
And Compton coming in. Out goes Chrisman and Carter.
Guess they're going to see what Dane's got.
Belleville East not making any substitutions here early on. Throw in from Peterson all the way up the near sideline and bounces over everybody, and then it's poked back up by Keck. All the way back out to Borm. Borm head balls though over to Peterson, and then Borm gets it back, sends it all the way up for Crowder. Crowder trying to fend off a couple of defenders there, and now a loose ball picked up by Compton over to Bodie. Bodie pokes the ball up and then back over to Compton. Compton trying to feed Adam Reiniger. Reiniger coming in over on the left wing. He'll get past one defender in the box. Nice move. Gets it into the front once again. That's Suarez.
It's got to be a shot there.
Yeah, I'm always going to say the same thing.
Got to come away with a shot.
Almost felt like I was watching a Blues game and going, shoot!
Right.
Yeah, kind of a little holding call there, and that one's going to go against Quinn Enriquez, much to the chagrin of the Belleville East fan sitting below us. And another free kick for Collinsville, this one from about 45 yards away. Mahat will just send it over to the far side for Garofalo. Garofalo will move the ball up from his defensive spot, send it back into the middle to Bodie. Bodie gets it back over to Borm. Borm sends it over this way for Peterson. Peterson gets around his defender, sends it up into the middle for Crowder. Crowder back for Bodie once again. Bodie sends it all the way over on the far side for Compton. Compton finds Reiniger. Reiniger back over to Bodie. They're moving the ball around at will, just not getting any pressure anywhere past the football's 20-yard line.
It was a great combo, though. Collinsville controlling the play, about 8 passes back and forth. That's what Collinsville's got to do, is they got to let the ball do the work, make them run.
Makes it up to midfield, and a throw-in coming up here right in between the benches for Belleville East. Once again, Will Keck will take care of that throw-in. He throws it all the way up, and that's booted right away by Borm. And then down off of the head of Suarez and back over to where it was originally thrown in from, but that's Compton doing his best Compton moves, gets that ball away. Collinsville pokes it up. Here's Reiniger trying to chase it down, but Downan's going to get there first and thwart that effort. Way to go, East! What's going on with the volleyball game? 24 all. 24 all? Okay, let me know when it's final. Bodie off the head, down, Munoz.
Good job, Chris.
Yeah, he does. He gets a nice block out there, and then unfortunately it just hits off of Mosley, and or excuse me, that was Reinhardt. And back out front, Bodie doesn't have anyone around him. Pokes it up. He was trying to feed Crowder, and Crowder slipped. Here's Peterson. Nice job keeping that ball in by Trey. Trey will send it up into the middle looking for Reiniger, but overshoots him. And then off of a couple of heads, Reiniger finally off of his chest into the box. Here's Compton. Compton gets tripped up in the box, and that'll go across the end line. Collinsville will have a corner kick.
26-24 Alton.
26-24 Alton. So Lady Kahawks, they're continuing to battle and just coming up short.
That previous sequence between Mikey Suarez and Chris Munoz. Chris has got to find Mikey there and get that shot off. Here we go.
There we go. There's Reiniger. Whoa, that blocked out front. Oh, there's a goal. No, just went wide. Just went wide.
Dane Compton pushing up into the play from his left back position on the corner kick. Almost puts the Kahawks lead up ahead 1-0.
Yeah, he barely missed it.
Just
far
missed
side post. It's an optical illusion up here sometimes with these nets.
I know. I thought that was in, Todd.
Me too.
Great pressure here in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, they've really opened things up here as Collinsville and playing some pretty good ball right now. Here is Bodie again at midfield with a little tussle there with Stennett. Now Bodie with it once again. He'll send the ball up, trying to find. There you go. There's Munoz trying to get around his defender. It comes out in front, and a shot couldn't get it off. Could Mikey Suarez? There's a shot.
There was a pill.
Ricocheted off of the body there of Keck. Another chance for Reiniger, all the way over to Crowder. Crowder at the end line, keeps it from going out of bounds, and then Belleville East will send it out of harm's way for just a moment. But Compton, he keeps the pressure on, gets it back up, and then Belleville East, they'll take over there, and that is Argueta. Now Compton comes away with it again, and he'll send it back to Reiniger. Reiniger will send it over to Crowder. Crowder back over to Compton, and then Compton will play it safe and send it back to Bodie. Bodie will send it over this way for the defenseman, young Mr. Brett Borm. Up inside, Crowder kicks it back out to Bodie. And over this way now for Peterson. Peterson, nice job getting it through the legs of Enriquez. Here is Peterson, breaking in on the right side. Crosses one. Oh, a shot by Reiniger, and he mishit it. got it off the inside of his shoe, and it went the wrong direction.
Collinsville putting together Collinsville Kahok soccer right here in the last 5 minutes. They're moving the ball again. They're not trying to play over the top. They're trying to control the play and make Belleville East run. Great job by the Kahawks in the last 5 minutes.
26.5 minutes to go here in this first half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Belleville East. As the ball comes out to midfield, taken there by Borm. He'll just kick it out of bounds.
Kind of a tough play. Ball kind of played back to him under pressure. He couldn't do much but get rid of it.
Peterson will throw it in. Since 1999, Collinsville has a 18-5-3 regular season record versus Belleville East, plus a 2-1 record in the playoffs. So you add that up, and that's a 26-3 spot for Collinsville over Belleville East since 1999. Collinsville actually beat Belleville East 3 times last year. That ball's going to roll all the way to the corner. Compton stops it, sends it up the sideline, finds Bodie. Bodie will send one towards the net. It's high, and it's going to go wide. Yeah, beat Belleville East 3 times last year. Outscored the Lancers 7-0 in those 3 games. 1-0 at Belleville East, 4-0 here, and then 2-0 in the regional championship game at Alton. That's a rare feat right there. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season, let alone shut them out all 3 times.
Absolutely, but that's high school soccer. You've got to, if you want to win the conference and you want to advance on in the playoffs, you're going to have to play somebody 3 times.
Oh, yeah. More times than not, that's the way it goes. Here is Compton. He'll send it up the middle, and it's intercepted there by Sinchen. And then Luke Bauman will send it back out to midfield. Belleville East trying to take over. They had a little bit of offensive pressure early in the game, but really in the last 8 minutes or so, Collinsville's had all the offensive pressure. So the Lancers have it in their offensive zone. All the way over on the far side. Ball ends up going out of bounds. Keck ready to throw it in again. He does. And it rolls all the way across the end line, and it'll be a goal kick restart.
Since Dane Compton has entered the match, you're starting to see a little bit of a different dimension of the Collinsville backfield. With Trey Peterson always being able to get up this right line, Dane has been able to get up that left line, and that's a threat we haven't had yet. It's a different look.
Yeah. Horace kicks it all the way out toward midfield and then off of a head and even closer. And now poked up into the offensive zone by Bodie, but that's going to go out of bounds. Last loss for Collinsville to Belleville East was a 1-0 loss in 2019. And you'd have to go all the way back to 2010 to find the previous loss before that. So Collinsville has kind of owned Belleville East in the boys soccer department for a while.
I'd like to know the last time East was 8-0.
I don't know if that's ever happened. Here is Horace. He'll send the ball back up toward midfield, but that's blocked out. And it comes onto the foot of Bodie over to Compton. Compton sends it up the line to Chrisman. Chrisman trying to feed Reiniger, and I don't know if Reiniger see it. Yeah, he didn't see it at all.
Don't think he saw it.
And ended up going behind him. That ball is poked out of bounds, and it'll belong to Belleville East. Last playoff loss to the Lancers was a 3-2 loss in regional semifinal action. That was at O'Fallon, and that was back in 2009. I mentioned the 3 ties. The last one was 0-0. October 2005, and the funny thing about that is the day before, it was a 0-0 tie with Althoff.
Oh.
So back-to-back 0-0 ties in consecutive days. Here's Compton again. Sends it over to Crowder. Back to Dane in front of the Belleville East bench. He'll just shove it up the line for Garofalo. Garofalo with a little zip on it. Will send it right past Munoz.
Munoz gets a step on that and get a body on it. He can touch that into space.
Yeah.
And he's going to goal.
They also tied in back-to-back years in 2001 and 2002. Of course, now in the Southwestern Conference, you don't play to a tie. You go to overtime, and if you can't settle it in overtime, you go to a penalty kick phase. Here is a rolling ball right to Horace. I guess you got your explanation for why they went into overtime against CBC, huh?
I still don't like it.
Yeah?
Still don't like it.
I don't know. I don't understand how the referee decides that.
It was my understanding it had to be decided amongst the coaches.
Yeah, well.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah. It's Missouri. It's a totally different set of rules over there. I don't know. In front it goes. Chrisman trying to get there. He gets shoved down in the box. No call.
That was a two-hand shove to Chrisman in the back.
Sure was. And this guy over here probably saw the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Could have said something about it, but he didn't. Because I guarantee you the field referee had his back turned. He didn't see that. Ooh. Well, that was almost a little payback there. Right over the face of Stinnett. They move the ball up to Mosley. And, excuse me, that's Bob. Over. This way now to Munoz. Munoz coming up this near sideline. He'll thread the needle to Chrisman. Chrisman trying to feed it back to Munoz. But
he wants him to keep making that run, and Chris probably needs to keep making that run.
I thought he was, and I'm sure that Chrisman thought he was.
Right.
Throw-in coming up here for Trey Peterson. 21 minutes left to play here in this first half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Belleville East. I kind of figured we were going to be in for a low-scoring defensive battle here anyway. Belleville East, 8 games, only allowed 5 goals.
They're doing something right.
Yeah, they
Either
are.
they're defensively they're strong or their goalkeeper's strong.
Yep. Well, their goalkeeper has only made 23 saves. All the way back to Downen. I know Downen is the one. He's made 36 saves. He's made a lot of saves. Here is
Great ball.
Crowder. He gets past one defender, gets past another defender, all the way over on that sideline. Coming around the corner, trying to keep it in bounds, and it's picked up by Belleville East, and they call it out of bounds.
I think he's calling it out of bounds. That's one player we got to get moving here is Jimmy Crowder. Get him on the score sheet. Build his confidence up.
Yeah, Crowder doesn't even have an assist this year, does he?
No.
Corner kick coming up for Collinsville. This is their second one. Last one, they didn't really kick it. This one they do. It's coming down in front, and Reiniger just barely got underneath the ball too much. If he got more on the top, that one was going in.
Yep. Great side volley by Adam Reiniger. Just puts it over the top.
Reiniger's had a couple of good scoring chances here, but he's misfired on both.
Tell you, that kid's having a heck of a start to his junior season.
Yes, he is. 10 goals in 8 games.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Halfway through this first half. Bouncing ball at midfield, and Bodie trying to track it down. He almost got yanked down from behind. Now the ball bounces out of bounds, and another throw-in coming up here for Belleville East. You want to do it? Back into the Collinsville offensive zone. Munoz trying to get the ball up. Reiniger was on the run, man. If he could have got that ball past Keck, it would have been game on. Belleville East sends it up off of Peterson. Peterson, he is out of bounds. Peterson was out of bounds when he came around and he touched that ball with his back heels on the line.
Right.
And a throw-in coming up here from Sinchin. He finds the foot of Stinnett. Over onto the far side it goes for Mosley. Mosley pops the ball into the corner on this near side of the box. Trying to chase it down is Josh Yanger. Yanger got his ball taken away from him by Peterson. Peterson with a nice pass. Then he had to hurdle the man in front of him. That was Stinnett. Peterson had a lot going on there, didn't he?
Bodie's so strong. I mean, that kid is all over his back, and he's just able to shield him off.
18 minutes left to go here in this first half. Here is Compton with a head of steam. Coming up that far sideline. He'll leave it up the sideline trying to find Chrisman, and it'll just be poked out of bounds. So Chrisman, perfect throwing opportunity spot for him. It's on the way. It's high. It's in the box. It bounces down once. And it's going across the line. We're going to have a third corner kick. This one's going to come from this near side corner.
Collinsville trying to get their hurry-up corner play going, but Belleville East is there to thwart that.
Ball on the way. It's going out the other side. Stopped by Compton. Compton with his head up all the way, looking. Sends it into the box, and it's sent right back out by Belleville East. Lancers trying to bring it up, but Collinsville's got 3 defenders back.
Oh, almost stripped.
Almost. Garofalo, he knew what he was doing. Back over to Garofalo. And then to Compton in front of the Belleville East bench. The defenders will play catch for a while, and now Borm gets in on the action. He sends the ball up.
Too
That's
deep.
past everybody, and That'll be an easy play for Downen to make. Giant Fest weekend coming up, eh?
Yep. I'll be working Friday night, Todd.
I will be in Charleston Friday night.
Look at this punt.
I never make it to Friday Italian Fest. I'm always doing a football game. Whether it's here or whether it's on the road, I never get out in time to go up and enjoy it because what does it stop at 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
10 or 11.
something like that. By the time I get up there, I just go on Saturdays. I'll be up there about 5 o'clock Saturday. There are the Lancers bringing the ball up that far sideline. Now the ball ends up into the Kahok bench. Far side, throw in, coming right at the beginning of the Kahok bench over there. Keck, with a high, lofty shot right into the corner of the box. It comes down for Collinsville. Compton pops it up, goes out toward midfield. Chrisman, he's trying to head the ball over to Munoz.
Just missed him.
And now Peterson. They'll send it back over to Borm. Borm sends it into the middle for Bodie, who deflects it back over to Garofalo. And Garofalo will start things all over again. Here is Compton at the end of his bench. Back over to Bodie at midfield. Bodie, nice move getting around one defender. Gets past another. Sends the ball up that far sideline. He's got Reiniger. Reiniger coming up the sideline, looking to get around his man, and he can't. Nice job on the poke over there by Micah Allen to get that ball off of Reiniger. Back over to Bodie it goes. Collinsville trying to set it up. There's a little lob pass, and it's going to be tracked down by Trey Peterson over here in this corner. Peterson, he'll send the ball up there like a corner kick. Oh, Reiniger trying to hit it in. Can't do it. Ball comes down, and then Belleville East will pop it up. And Bodie off of his head and over to the far sideline. Lancers trying to bring it up. Collinsville's got 3 defenders back for the 2.
Back post here.
Here comes around the corner over there is Mosley, and he can't get around. And Peterson, is that Peterson?
Garofalo, no.
Garofalo.
No.
Yeah. Garofalo pulling a playbook out of the Trey Peterson catalog.
Yep.
So a throw in at the end of the Kahok bench once again for Keck. Keck right in front of the box, off of Bodie's head and out of the box. Trying to chase it down is Munoz, but he can't get there. Ba gets there first. There is Ba. He'll send it back over to the midfield logo, and Will Keck will take over. Keck sends the ball up to the offense, comes right back to him. Off of his head and out of bounds into the Kahok bench. Collinsville will have a throw in from there.
A lot of back and forth action here at this point. I felt like Collinsville had a lot of momentum going there about 5 minutes ago, and then seemed to even back out.
A little less than 14 minutes to go here in this first half. No score as of yet between these two Southwestern Conference teams, Collinsville and Belleville East. Kahawks trying to hand Belleville East their first loss of the year. Each team is 4-0 in conference play, so this is a battle for first place in
It's offsides.
Southwestern Conference.
Mikey needs to check his shoulders.
Back out to midfield and then back into the defense to Borm. He'll send it up for Bodie. Bodie sends it over to Garofalo. Garofalo will send the ball up to Compton. Compton back to Garofalo. And Garofalo looks,
Jimmy's on.
fires, and just a little bit too far. Just a bit too far. Downen sends the ball back out to midfield, and it comes all the way to Peterson, and Peterson can't stop it, so going out of bounds. Throw in coming up here from Senchin.
Let's go, White. Here we go,
Threw that one right to Bodie.
Yep.
And Crowder will send it back to Garofalo, and Collinsville will start their move up front. Here's Chrisman. Chrisman had the ball go off of his leg, but caught up with it, sent it over to Compton. Compton trying to feed Mikey Suarez, but Suarez has been open, but they're just a little bit long on these passes.
I'm impressed, though, with thus far with this Belleville East defense. I mean, Collinsville's not been able to penetrate too much.
Chrisman will have a throw in over on the far side. 12 minutes left to play here in this first half. And into the outside of the net it goes. Last touched by a Kahok, so a goal kick restart coming up here for Logan Downen and the Belleville East Lancers.
Haven't seen Justin Hammond yet tonight, which is a little unusual. He's usually a starter. Not sure if he's one that's banged up as well.
Could be. There is Downen. Sends the ball all the way back out to midfield off of Compton's head, right back where it came from, man.
And he's playing like he, is okay.
Yeah, he's looking okay to me.
I'm guessing they're slotting him on that left side. He still has kind of a hitch in his giddy up over there, but maybe he's not going to run as much. I'm not sure.
Been playing close to midfield for much of the time he's been in there. Now Compton will get the ball back. Send it into the middle to Borm. Borm looking and gets the ball up to Suarez. Suarez trying to feed Peterson. He does. Peterson up the sideline, turns the corner, puts one in front. Oh, man, if Reiniger would have been just a step faster, he would have got there. And then he ends up chasing the goalie down and all the way to the other side of the box.
Great ball by Borm out here to Peterson. Peterson able to swing one across to Reiniger to generate a scoring opportunity for the Kahawks. We need to get to the first goal.
One step further, and Reiniger could have headed that one in at midfield. There is Bodie in a little bit of a tussle there with Yanger. Back to the defense. Collinsville will poke it back up there, and Downen will have no problem getting to that one. At midfield, Bodie. Reiniger back over to Bodie. Reiniger gets it to Crowder, and then it's poked up trying to find Chrisman, but that ball didn't have enough juice on it to find him. And then up the sideline it goes, off of the hip of Borm, and a nice little half a bicycle kick there by Garofalo. And that particular, look at Garofalo again.
This is a brand new position for Sammy G, and in the last 2 games, he's looked good.
Yeah, looking like he's an all-time pro over there at this defensive thing, huh?
He's doing well.
Yeah, here's Crowder, or excuse me, Compton. Compton sends it to the middle, and it comes back out to midfield. Onto the foot of Senchin. Back all the way to the defense, it goes to Keck. Oh, there you go. Reiniger's got it. What a steal. Here's Reiniger. He shoots, and he scores. Reiniger with his 11th goal of the year, and it's 1-0 in favor of Collinsville.
Adam Reiniger doing what Adam Reiniger does. Picks off a pass, able to beat his last man back, 1v1 with the goalie, and slides one in that back corner. Typical Adam Reiniger play. Headed to another all-state season. That's exactly what Collinsville needed to get their confidence built up. Now they just need to kind of slow down, keep their composure, play Kahawk soccer.
That's right. That was nice, man. As soon as it happened, I knew. I'm like, here he goes.
Yep.
Goal scored by number 4, Adam Reiniger. Time of the goal, 30-50, Reiniger.
30-50 is the time of the goal. Reiniger with goal number 11. Collinsville with a 1-0 lead. And here's another chance for Collinsville. There's a shot and a save by Downen. Woo, boy. Now some pressure being put on there by Munoz.
Chris Munoz has a heck of a left-footed strike. Proves it right there. Mahat Munoz getting lined up for this corner. Let's get a header on this, boys. Okay.
Out. And a shot, and oh, that one got away. Oh! Off the side of the net by Reiniger. It took him just a little bit too long to track it down.
I think he was surprised that the ball got loose. I think he was totally taken off guard that goalie misplayed that ball.
Yeah. I was taken off guard.
Could you imagine what that would have done?
I know. Coming up on 8 minutes to go here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Downen will send us back to action with the ball out to midfield. And off of a body, rolls off the backside there of Stinnett. And then taken over by Mosley. Mosley sends the ball up, and trying to track it down is Cameron Middlebrooks, who's into the game. No, that's not Middlebrooks. That's a 7, not a 2. That's Wilmer Argueta. I'm sure it's probably pronounced Vilmer. Wilmer. Here is Nick Horace sending the ball out. And Belleville East trying to track it down and get a little offense going, but they can't. It'll be a throw in for Collinsville. Garofalo will give up that duty to Dane Compton. Compton will just throw it back to the defense. Bourne will take over, and Collinsville will start their move upfield. Over to here to the near sideline to Peterson. Peterson. Oh! Munoz had to just jump right over the front of his shoe.
Yep, he's not happy with himself on that.
No, he's not. Throw in coming up from Sinchen, and he gets the ball up to Argueta. Gets loose, and Borm, he'll loft it back out to midfield. And then off the backside of Reinhardt, comes down. Collinsville trying to take it over, but it eludes everyone wearing the purple and the white. Comes right onto the foot of Ba.
Oh, no.
Ba sends it up, and here is Nick Horace, who comes out and slides and covers up that ball just as Mosley was sliding in there.
Sam Garofalo got just enough arm to slow Mosley down. Just enough body.
Back out to midfield. Here is Bodie. Bodie sends the ball past everyone, and it'll be no problem for down. And he almost came out of the box and almost picked that ball up outside the box. Just under 6 minutes to go here in this first half. Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up here in just a little bit. We'll track down what scores we can find for you on this gorgeous Thursday evening. Here is Borm, over to Peterson. Peterson, once again, this time Munoz does stop it from going out of bounds. Back over to Trey. And Borm will send it over to the far side for Garofalo. Garofalo with his head up, looking all the way. He'll send one up and just past Munoz, but he can track it down. He's not going to be able to, though. Getting there first is Reinhardt. And, that was a bit dangerous of a move. And the ball comes down, rolls up the sideline, and Peterson's just going to let it roll out of bounds. Get the ball and throw it back in to Munoz, but over him, and trying to find it was Suarez. Suarez gets punched off the ball, and now trying to track it down is Reiniger again. He stops. He looks for Suarez. He pokes it up. Suarez. Now Reiniger's trying to get back into scoring position. Suarez up front. That's blocked out. And then Belleville East gets the ball out of there, but not all the way. And here is Munoz. Nice move. Send it toward the goal, and just high and wide.
Good work, K-Hawks. Good work.
That's the polite way to say shoot. Send it towards the goal.
Right.
4:20 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville on the 11th goal of the year by Adam Reiniger. And Downen sends it all the way back out to midfield.
Collinsville is competing and winning these balls in the air that they haven't been for the last 2 or 3 games tonight.
All the way back to Collinsville's defense. Here is Horace. He'll come out and take care of that one with no more pressure being put on. Justin Howman into the game now. He's at midfield.
It's good to see Justin in the match. Good player.
Pop fly to center field, and it comes down on a miss hit. Collinsville takes over. Howman will just send it back over to Garofalo. Garofalo finds Compton. Compton sends it up to Reiniger. Reiniger puts on a nice move and gets it past everybody, but a little bit too fast of a ball because it outpaced Collinsville's Mikey Suarez. Compton will send it back to Bodie. Bodie works the ball up. And that one ends up going out of bounds. Up the line. And the Lancers will send it back out to midfield. Compton.
Oof.
He got there and almost ran into each other head to head there. Here is Bodie. Bodie will send it over to the far side for Garofalo. Garofalo pinching in on the offense, and I'm telling you, these passes are just a little bit
too hard. As soon as they find that right pace, Collinsville's going to pick one off there behind that back line.
Downen sends it back out to midfield once again, and just missed Argetta, and out of bounds it goes, so Peterson will have a throw in. Whoa. He's like, you can't run 10 yards and then throw it there, Peterson.
Check in Justin Hammond. Come on. Got to move.
That one's punched right up into the night sky. Off of the backside of Hammond. Comes down. Keck for Belleville East.
Here we go.
Sends it over to Allen, but Allen can't get there. Garofalo does. He'll swing it around the corner into the outside of the box and at the end line.
That's a corner.
That's a corner kick. Collinsville's fourth corner kick here in this first half. Another corner pass, and Garofalo shoots in just a little bit high. 1:40 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville up 1-0. Adam Reiniger's 11th.
Okay, so Dane Compton must be feeling fine because he's now at center back.
Yeah, he is. We have 4 defenders back right now.
We're playing a 4-back system.
Yeah.
We have been since the start.
Peterson almost left himself too much room, and the ball ends up getting away from him. So the Lancers will have a throw in over here, and it'll be handled by Caleb Reinhardt. Reinhardt throws it up the line, but there's Munoz stepping right in front of Argetta.
1 minute, first half, 1 minute.
And Peterson will pop the ball just outside the box. Reiniger trying to chase it down. He can't.
Quickly.
And it is Keck who gets there first. Collinsville wants to throw this ball in quick, but they don't even have anybody down there, and they don't have a ball either. There you go. Peterson will throw it in here with about 40 seconds left. Peterson throws it right in front of the box, but no one there wearing the purple and white. Got a foot on it until it comes out to Bodie. Bodie steps up, but lost his positioning there a minute and allowed Belleville East to come away with the ball. Here is a nice pickoff move by Brett Borm. Borm comes up.
I wish that was me.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Braden, nice move on his part. And then back out to midfield it goes. We're down to 8 seconds, so Belleville East trying to get another shot, but they can't. I'm not even sure if they've got many shots.
No, that was a great half.
Maybe one. That'll do it for the first half of play. Collinsville on the strength of a Adam Reiniger goal with his 11th of the year. And Collinsville out front by a score of 1-0. Let's welcome you into the halftime show brought to you by my friends at Woods Basement Systems. All things basementy. Since 1986, Woods Basement Systems has been doing their thing. Give them a call at 618-708-4055. We will take a break and we'll round up as many scores as we can. Come back and tell you all about the first half of this game in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
And we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Collinsville leads 1-0 here at halftime on the 11th goal of the year by Adam Reiniger. And that is all of the scoring that we've had. So here's a look at your scoreboard. We'll keep it on soccer. Triad right now with a 2-1 lead over Civic Memorial. That game has about 20 minutes left to go in the second half. A couple of finals already for you. Freeburg over Father McGivney 4-1. Springfield Lutheran down Staunton 5-1, and at halftime it is Altoff over Marquette by a score of 4-0. In the world of volleyball, that took place over in Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium just a little while ago as Collinsville and Alton went to battle. Freshmen, they dropped their match 2-0. 25-12 the first set, 25-18 the second set. The JVers got the only win of the night for Collinsville on the volleyball court as they downed Alton on the JV side of things, 25-18 and 25-23. And again, not from a lack of effort, the varsity Lady Kahawks, man, they are battling and battling and battling. And again, they had a battle tonight against Alton. Collinsville dropped both sets, though, 25-21 and 26-24. Also, right before this game, the JV soccer game took place as well, and that one ended in a 1-1 tie. The only goal was scored by junior Nick Shantz. So that's a look at your halftime show brought to you by Woods Basement Systems. We'll take a final time out here, and when we come back, second half action will come your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
And welcome back to Kahawk Stadium here at Collinsville High School. Todd Duke, Brett Bourne, not Braden, and Zach Roseman, not Josh. We're all up here with you as Collinsville has a 1-0 lead after one half of play. We're underway in the second half. Kahawks trying to close this thing out. We'll see about the halftime adjustments by both of these teams. Obviously, we switch sides, so Nick Horace manning the goal to your right, while Logan Downen, who just got that bouncing ball, to the goal to your left. Cardinals losing, by the way, 2-0. I failed to mention that at my halftime scoreboard show brought to you by Woods Basement Systems. And the San Diego Chargers are leading the Kansas City Chiefs 3-0 in that NFL game. Los Angeles Chargers. Hey, I heard the guys on the radio today call them the Oakland Raiders, so I don't feel bad. I don't really care. I have totally lost interest in the NFL. Could care less.
I'm kind of there with you, Todd.
I got back on the bandwagon a little bit last year when me and my wife went out to watch the Kurt Warner movie All American.
Good movie.
And it was a great movie. And it was right at the beginning of the NFL playoffs, so I got interested again. And then, you know what happened? The freaking Rams won the Super Bowl. That was across the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once the Rams won the Super Bowl, it got a sour taste in my mouth all over again, so I'm done. I'm finished with the NFL. I care less. I got enough going on, man. I got baseball in the summer. I got hockey in the winter, and we're about ready to kick off a MLS season, too.
Absolutely. We're going to turn you into an MLS fan.
Yep. I got to do some homework on that, man. I am way out of the loop on the MLS. I've never watched a match ever.
Well, I found out today that I am not getting season tickets.
Oh,
so,
that's a bummer.
Just a little too late on my timestamp when they came open. Come on, Nick.
I'll be rooting for them. I don't know if I'll be able to get to a game during this first year because that'll probably be a hot commodity.
Yes, it will.
So, and plus the Battlehawks are back in action in February as well. I can't wait. I hope we get to keep that name too. Right now, I think everybody's just being called XFL and then their city. XFL St. Louis is what we're called right now. If they take away the Battlehawks, that'll be disappointing. But I'll still watch.
All that merchandise that was sold.
I know. They probably got a bunch of it still printed out laying around.
Right.
I think it would be wise of the XFL to keep the Battlehawk name. Okay, let's stop talking about the rest of the sports in the world and get back to action here. This is high school soccer, Southwestern Conference style. Battle of undefeated teams in the conference. Both teams have a sparkling 4-0 conference mark. Collinsville overall 7-1-1, and Belleville East overall 8-0. They only won 8 games all of last year, and they've already matched that this year with no losses. In the previous year, they only won 6 games. I already had some of that stuff written down. Where'd it go? Yeah, English, Ron English took over actually during the pandemic. Took over in the 2020-2021 season, which we didn't have a 2020 season. We had ended up playing in the spring of 2021, and that's when they went 6-6-1. He took over for James Chambers. It's a high ball into the box, and then it goes across the end line. So Belleville East will have their first corner kick. Chambers went 28, 29, and 7 in his 3 years. And the Lancers searching for their first regional championship since Mark Lastly's 2006 team beat Marion 3-1 at the Carbondale Regional. They lost to O'Fallon in that sectional semifinal 5-1 in Granite City. This one comes all the way out the other side. That one didn't touch a body at all. And Keck gets a hold of it, and then it's sent back over to the other side as Belleville East is putting a little bit of offensive pressure here on Collinsville for probably the first time in this match. Back up into the box it goes. There's Compton. Ball popped up, though, and a header goes just wide off of the head of Quinn Enriquez.
Kind of a misplay there by Compton on the clear. Collinsville needs to get a little bit more patient, start working the ball around like the way they were about the 20-minute mark of that first half. That was Collinsville soccer. Dink the ball around, then advance.
Mark Lastly, by the way, won 2 regional championships in his 13 years. And he was there from 1999 all the way to 2011 and went 131, 121, and 27. I believe he's the only head coach that has a actual winning record.
Sounds like a name I played against, actually, in the early 90s.
Yeah. Collinsville trying to generate some offense themselves. And here comes Chrisman, and he couldn't get there. Keck got there first. And it'll be a throw-in all the way over on the far sideline for Chrisman. And from where he stands, he will definitely be able to make that one in the box. Here comes the throw. High toward the goal. And right off of the hands of Downen. Popped up in the air. Compton tries to put it over in that
saved
top
it on
corner.
the line.
And then a chance for Munoz. That's blocked out. And Belleville East will intercept and come back the other way. But Trey Peterson says not so fast. He kicks the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Lancers.
Great play by that Belleville East defender. I think that ball was earmarked for the back post by Dane Compton on the header.
It looked like he was trying to go top shelf corner there. Almost pulled it off. Here is Compton trying to chase down a ball, and he'll just let Nick Horace take it. Thank you. Appreciate the accolades on the old text line here on the game. From Calhoun Hills. Is that a name or a city?
I don't know. Sounds like a city.
Doesn't it? Calhoun Hills, California. Out to midfield. Throw-in coming up here for Collinsville. And we'll leave it for Chrisman. And I believe he needs to back up a little bit. Yeah, he's trying to get about a 20-yard cheat going on there. Actually, I thought they would have brought him up a little farther. Chrisman throws that spinning ball into the box. It comes down, and it does not find a Collinsville player. Instead, it's poked up front by Belleville East. They'll send it out to midfield where it's picked up by Borm off of his head, and then down it goes. And here is Anton Mosley. Mosley gets the ball up there, but no one wearing the white uniforms of Belleville East anywhere in the vicinity, so that allows Horace to come out and scoop it up. 32:45 left to play here in this second half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville after Adam Reiniger's 11th goal of the year at the 30-50 mark of that first half, and that's all we have thus far. Here is Borm. Over onto the far side for Peterson. Peterson right at midfield. Gets past one defender. Now he has to split a couple, and he does so with a nice pass up the line. And then back it goes to the defense once again, and here is Crowder. Crowder moves it up, and Peterson lost his footing. Yeah, almost made me pull a groin. Man. Far side sideline, right in front of the Belleville East bench. And they said that one was just out of bounds. Throw in front of the bench. Now they're going to make him back up. Peterson will throw that ball in right in the middle of the Belleville East bench. Throw in will come back to Borm, and Borm will send the ball into the offensive zone past everyone.
And he's struggling with that pace, you know. Just a little
Everybody,
too
all
long.
that adrenaline, man, they just kick that ball way too hard because they think that's what they have to do. That's a high
tough ball.
Pop fly,
Oh.
and Borm tried to step on it, but he disrupted it long enough just for Garofalo to get in there, and then Bodie will get in there and do his Bodie things. And a call against Belleville East. And Collinsville will have a free kick from about 75 yards out. And we'll send it all the way over to the far sideline for Peterson. Peterson sends the ball up farther, but that one misses Munoz again. Those two over there, they down here earlier, they just
Not connecting?
Yeah, not connecting.
Yep, I see it.
Throw in from Belleville East on the way, and that one's headed right back to midfield. Paul Goldschmidt with a double in the bottom of the third, and Lars Newtbar scores, and the Cardinals have gotten back to within one. It's 2-1 in favor of the Reds. At midfield, in the midfielder's position, so to speak, and back out to actual midfield. That ball is poked up by Ba. Over on the far side, Peterson trying to wrestle it away from Enriquez, and it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Belleville East. 10 minutes gone here in this second half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Throw comes up the line. Gets past everybody. And it'll be sent right back to where it came from. Ron English over there showing off his soccer skills.
Ron English has a very talented son that plays for either the MLS Academy or the Gallagher Academy over there, not playing high school ball this year. Good player.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering where he was. I thought he might have graduated.
No, he didn't. He's supposed to be back this year.
He's a senior this year, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I was wondering why I didn't see his son's name on the roster. Out to midfield we go. Off of the head of Luke Bauman. Bauman, his ball. Finds a little help, but it's going to bounce all the way to Nick Horace. And Horace will pick it up for an easy save.
Nicky Tony.
Nicky Tony. And out to midfield it goes again. Jason Bodie. Bryson's dad came up to visit in the booth during halftime. Nice to see him. We used to work together at Kreitner.
Did you do an interview?
No, I didn't do an interview. There is a chance for Belleville East. No one there wearing the white to take advantage of that. So Nick Horace got a hold of that ball right before Mo Ba got there. Well, that's a good thing. Horace sends it back out to midfield again.
Man, we got to win these balls.
Stopped by Argueta. Argueta moves it up. Compton, he's standing in the way. Sent back out. Chrisman trying to get there. He can't. Ba does instead. He'll send it back out to midfield and find the foot of Luke Bauman. Bauman will thread the needle, and he finds Enriquez. Enriquez trying to find Argueta over here, but instead it found Compton. Now Bodie will send the ball up to Chrisman, and then Chrisman will send the ball to Peterson. Peterson pushes it upfield over to Munoz. Back to Crowder at midfield. Crowder back over to Munoz. Munoz trying to pop it into that midfield circle where Bodie was, but he never did get enough on it. Now a loose ball will be picked up once again here by Argueta, but there's a nice move, and Collinsville's Landon Mahat takes care of that. Here is Compton. He'll send the ball up. That one had a nice touch on it, not too hard, but had a little bit too much spin on it, and when it hit the ground, it spun right away from Munoz.
Compton was trying to put one on Munoz's foot there about the 20-yard line.
Lancers trying to move up for a chance here on offense. They have not had a lot of opportunities on offense. That's a misplayed ball, but whoo boy.
Garofalo saved the day there.
He stepped right in there just in time, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Just got a piece of it.
Yep, here's Peterson back to Bodie. Bodie sends the ball over to Garofalo.
Look at that fake.
Acted like he was going to
kick
it. Yeah, let it go right between his legs. I like that too.
That was intentional. That was good.
Yeah, there is Mahat. He'll send it over to Peterson.
That's a ball.
Yeah, Peterson tracks it down, slows it down, splits the defense, still on the run, puts one on. Oh, what a save by Downen, and the ball gets away. Peterson tracks it back down, and now a chance for Munoz. He puts one toward the net right into the gut of Logan Downen.
When Trey Peterson gets a ball at his feet and a full head of steam going, it is very hard to stop that freight train coming.
Blues prospects are up in Traverse City, Michigan, taking place in that tournament. Here's another opportunity. Reiniger gets punched off the ball.
Oh.
Shot. That was off the backside of the defender down there for Belleville East, Micah Allen.
Gavin Chrisman, that would have been on goal.
Yeah, it sure would have been. Chrisman will throw it in now, close to where a corner kick takes place. Chrisman launches it toward the goal. That's
an easy one.
Yeah,
got to get in front of him.
Downen.
You got to be in front of that goalkeeper on those throw-ins.
So the newest Blues are up in Michigan, taking place in a 3-day tournament. First one of those games was today. And when that tournament gets over, I believe it's time for training camp. Here's Garofalo. A little spinner over to Peterson. He tries to poke that ball around Enriquez, and that ball ends up going out of bounds off Enriquez. So a throw-in coming up here for Collinsville. Player changes as Mikey Suarez checks back into the game.
Dane Compton getting a breather. I don't know if that's injury related. He didn't look like he was moving any different.
No. Got to give him a break at some point if he's going to play the rest of the half, right?
Right.
Throw-in coming from Peterson. He's out there directing traffic. Throws it up the line and missed his target. And ends up off of the leg of Munoz. Comes down at midfield and sent over here for Argueta. Argueta is not going to track that down. Throw-in coming up from Chrisman. He doesn't waste any time. Throws it all the way up for Reiniger. Reiniger on the near side sideline, trying to work his way around defenders.
He's going to hit.
He's going toward the middle, sends it up to Munoz. Munoz tries to send it back to Reiniger. He finds Adam right in front of the box. Reiniger gets tripped down. No call on the play, and the Lancers bring the ball out. Chrisman picks it off, or excuse me, that's Peterson that picks it off, and then he gets his legs chopped.
A foul.
Yeah. He got his legs chopped out from underneath him, and Collinsville's going to have a free kick from about 45 yards away.
Kept looking at him, looked like he wanted to wind up. He was just waiting for that right clearing. Never got it.
So a free kick here for Collinsville. Wait to get the bodies back. Right in front of their own bench. It's on the way. It's shallow, and it's going to come right to Downen.
Yeah. That ball's got to be pulled out a little bit further inside that 18-yard box.
Downen pops it up. He didn't get a lot of length on it, though. Popped it up at midfield off of the head of Chrisman. Man, that ball went about 50 feet in the air off of his head.
Yep.
Here is Ba. He'll send it over to the far sideline. Trying to track it down over there is Enriquez, and he can't get to it. Collinsville with another throw-in. They bring it up the line. Back to Peterson, but Ba intercepts, and then he tries to get around Peterson and Munoz and can't do it.
Munoz does a good job of recovering after making that errant pass. Give him credit there.
Yeah, and the ball ends up going off of a Belleville East player. Well, they're going to change their minds now, and they're going to give it to the Lancers. So Keck with a throw-in. On the far side, just outside of the box. 23 minutes, 15 seconds left here in this second half. If you're a Collinsville fan, this clock can't move fast enough. Ball up. Down. Kicked out of there by Collinsville, but Belleville East gets it. And a blocked shot by Bodie. And Collinsville works the ball up. They've got a 2-on-2 situation. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger, he just got poked off the ball, and it's going to be a throw-in coming up here for Collinsville, and Chrisman will take care of it. He'll let everybody catch up to the play and give his team a chance to catch their breath. Chrisman. He's ready. High throw, got some spin on it, popped right back out, and Crowder puts it back up there. But after a couple of volleys with some foreheads, we're back out to midfield. And there is a nice steal there by Jimmy Crowder. Crowder gets it up to Mahat. He gets squeezed off the ball by a double-team defense, and the Lancers will pay for that.
Slow it down, really, at this point.
Yeah. This one will be from about 50 yards away. Garofalo, he'll take this kick. Coach Loogie wants everybody to get back up first before Garofalo kicks it. Makes sense to me. Kick is on the way. It's low. And off of a Lancer player, and then back out front we go. Here is Ba. Ba turns, sends the ball up, trying to spring Argueta, but Horace is going to get there first, and he'll send it right back out to midfield. Misses a couple of players, comes down and trying to find Suarez. Suarez gets taken out, and then the ball sent back out to midfield once again. Back and forth we'll go here. Here is Borm. Sends it over to Peterson. And back to the defense we go.
Check in the space, Purple. Find space.
Garofalo sends it up, trying to find TJ Carter, who's back into the game after starting. I haven't called his name since then. He went out and he hadn't been back in.
No, when Dane Compton checked in, TJ was out.
We'll see if Compton comes back in. Just hanging out over on the bench. Throw in for Chrisman once again for the Kahawks.
Get ahead on this, Purple. Come on.
On the way.
There we go.
Down. That's blocked out just by an accident. That one didn't hit anybody until they hit the shins of the Belleville East player standing right in front of the net. Just on the outside, here is Peterson. He brings it up, but he gets taken off the ball. Here is Mahat. Mahat will send it up. Peterson off his chest sends one. Oh, boy. I'll tell you what, Downen had to be aware for that one because that one had a lot of juice on it.
It did. But everything right now is right in the chest or the hands of Downen.
Downen sends the ball back out all the way down to his offensive zone. And it's poked a little bit farther, and Horace gets out there. He's out of position. He better get back. And up on the far side, that is Yanger. He'll send it back over for Stinnett. Now back out in front of the Belleville East bench. Lancers trying to keep the ball down in their offensive zone because they trail 1-0, and they need to get that equalizer. But Collinsville trying to get that second goal and get a little breathing room here. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger will send the ball just below our location to Chrisman. Chrisman to Mahat. Mahat up the line now for Reiniger. Adam got a couple of defenders right in front of him, and he gets.
Don't see that often.
Well,
you don't see Adam get stuck too often.
No, but ball out of bounds, and Collinsville will have a throw in, and it'll be Chrisman once again. He'll be about 20 yards away from the goal. Offset here to the left.
Dane Compton has checked back into the match.
Yeah. Just needed a breather. Chrisman's throw in. Got a little juice on it off the head of Micah Allen and down. And Downen will have another kick to get us back to action here. Into the night sky. Garofalo punches it right back into the defensive zone that belongs to Belleville East. Here is Allen once again. He'll send the ball up, but that's picked up by Compton. He'll get the ball to Mahat. That's out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw in here at midfield. We are over halfway through the second half. 18 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. Borm
It's got to get through there, Braden.
Crowder. Reiniger, just a little pop. Ooh, man. That was like a little pitching wedge chip right there by Reiniger. Over onto the sideline for Munoz. Munoz breaks in from that sideline, sends it up into the front of the box, and he is taken down.
Right on the line.
Right on the line, and any closer, that would have been a penalty kick.
I guess he might have fell a little further than.
Yeah, that's about 3 yards outside the box. There's a shot, and oh boy, down and got a piece of it, and then it ricocheted right off of that crossbar. And Collinsville is going to have another corner kick. This is going to be their 6th corner kick of this game. Lancers have had 1.
Coach Boyd was over there screaming something at somebody, and then he had the hurry-up set piece.
Corner kick. That's way on the other side. And Peterson will track it down, trying to slow it down so he can get a pass. Gets around a defender, sends one into the middle, and that's off of another player and off the end line. So a corner kick from the opposite corner this time.
Todd, I'd feel a lot better if we just put one more home.
I'm telling you. I call it breathing room because I like to breathe.
They're bringing Anton Mosley back in to try and win a header.
No kick. Now they do. Oh, boy, that was right in front.
We got a handball?
We got a handball in the box. Is it not outside the box? Just outside the box, isn't it? Yep. So a kick from just outside the box on the way, low, and into the hands of Downen.
Collinsville building momentum and building pressure. We got to keep it up. We got to get that second goal.
Downen sends it all the way past midfield.
Uh-oh.
Ba sends it back out to Yanger, and Collinsville intercepts right in front of the Belleville East bench, but then Ba is there to pick up the ricochet and ends up going out of bounds. And Peterson will throw the ball in at the end of the Lancers bench. Does so to Crowder, but it hits him in the shin and travels the wrong direction. Now back over to this side for Allen. Micah Allen, he'll pop one right in front of the box. And it's off of a body and down. Peterson trying to track it down in front of Yanger. Yanger and Peterson involved in a tussle, and all the way over onto the sideline they're going to go. And then they get it back out, but it finds Crowder. Here is Bodie with it. Bodie punches the ball up to Munoz. Munoz zigs and finds a little bit of room. That's a handball, too, right in the middle of the field.
Can you imagine if that got through, though?
And here's a free kick that's going to be taken quickly by Reiniger. And Reiniger trying to bend one in there, but he'll miss the mark, and that'll go wide.
Looking for the bender.
Yep.
But if that ball, he doesn't handball that ball is skipping through to Reiniger 1v1 to goal.
Maybe that's why he did. Maybe it was on purpose.
Well, then that's intentional. And
nah, I don't think it was. I think it was an accident. You know, when you're running and your hands are swinging, man, sometimes that ball will find you. Out to midfield we go. That is a Mosley. Over on the far side for Bob, but he misplays the ball. Munoz comes away with it, gets it up to Chrisman. Chrisman puts it up the sideline, but there's going to be a foot race to get that one back, and this time that is won by Belleville East. And the Lancers bring it back out toward midfield. Collinsville intercepts. Bodie steps in front of the pass. Sends it back out to midfield for Crowder. Crowder back up to Bodie. Bodie for Chrisman. Chrisman over to Munoz. Munoz tries to put one up front for Reiniger, but that was blocked out. And Keck comes away with it. Now a call against Collinsville, and the Lancers will have a free kick.
Not sure what that call was. Did you see it?
No, not really. Maybe a little tug on the jersey. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Keck won't take this kick. He'll just send it on back to Logan Downen, the senior goalkeeper. Sam Hockey is the other goalkeeper, and he is a freshman. No, sophomore. 2026, what is that? Freshman? Sophomore?
That'd have to be a freshman.
Yeah. Poked up. Yeah, my math skills aren't that great. Here's Chrisman.
Ooh, it's actually a good ball by Gavin.
Yeah. Over to Trey Peterson. Peterson doing his little stutter step move. He slide the ball, puts it in, goal!
I told you.
Trey Peterson makes it 2-0 with 13:24 left to go here in this second half.
Trey Peterson wins a loose ball at about the 15-yard line, and he busts through that Belleville East defense with a head of steam, exactly like I said earlier. That kid gets so much momentum. He's so hard to body off the ball. Hammers a goal home. That's the second goal we needed.
That was fun to watch.
It was great.
Peterson scores his 5th goal of the year.
Second goal of the game, scored by number 3, Trey Peterson.
Kid's having a heck of a year.
Yes, he is.
Time to goal 66-36, Peterson.
66-36 of the game. And it's a 2-0 lead in favor of Collinsville. I feel a lot better now. How about you?
A little bit more breathing room there, but you know what? It's high school soccer.
You never feel better,
No,
do you?
I don't. No, not until we're about 30 seconds and that clock's ticking down.
Yeah, here's Chrisman over on the far side. Belleville East coming into this contest allowing 0.6 goals per game. So
I like that patience there.
Collinsville has scored 2 goals in this game, and I think that's the first time that they've given up 2 goals this year to one team. Oh, that was off of the backside of Bauman just at the same time Crowder was coming in. Here is Allen with it. Allen fins off Chrisman just fine, and they'll send it all the way back to Downen. Downen sends it back to midfield and out of bounds.
I want to go back to this play of Nicky Tony in goal. Normally Nicky's going to clear that ball, try and clear it long. At CBC, he kind of had a little snafu, and he knows it. Cleared it into the defender, hammered the ball right back down the throat. There he shows patience, plays the ball right to Compton. Now we're building out.
Speaking of Compton, he throws the ball into Reiniger, and Reiniger sends it right back to Dane. Compton will send it into the middle of the field for Borm. He'll send it over onto the far side for Peterson, who just scored his 5th goal of the year. Up to Munoz, back to Peterson. Peterson's got some nifty, shady moves, doesn't he?
He does.
Man.
But he's just so tenacious, never quits. That's why he's a captain.
Yeah, I can see that. Reiniger steps right in front of Crowder and
Nice
picks
chip.
that ball off. Yeah, chips it up. And another chip to Chrisman. And Chrisman couldn't quite get there before the sliding Caleb Reinhardt did to poke that ball out of harm's way. Throw in coming up here for Crowder. Or excuse me, it's going to be a corner kick.
Corner. Otherwise, you'd have Gavin running forever across the field.
We'll see if they pass it or corner kick it. They're going to pass it. And
that was
then
not pretty.
No, that wasn't. And it's knocked over the end line again. So we'll just do it all over again.
I think Jimmy and Landon ran into each other, too, there.
Yeah.
So clean it up.
I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to confuse the guy that's standing in front of them. Now they're going to go ahead and kick it. It's low and right into the hands of Downen again.
We're making it too easy on that goalkeeper, Todd.
Yeah, I agree. But we've got a couple past him, so we're all good to go. Into the night sky it goes once again. 10.5 minutes to go here in half number 2. Collinsville with a 2-0 lead, trying to hand Belleville East their first loss of the year. That one's off of a body, and Collinsville will have another throw in. And we'll have a substitution as well, as Chrisman will go out, so you know he's not throwing it in.
Right.
And coming in his place, TJ Carter. Throw in will come from Compton.
You're going to see Loogie start to kind of wind that clock down as much as he can.
Bodie out to midfield, trying to poke it back over to Borm, but he mishit that one.
Doesn't happen often.
Nope. Belleville East comes away with it, and Ba at midfield gives it up as the Lancers move it forward, but Borm, he is there, and so is Peterson. And progress stopped for just a moment, but the Lancers get it back. They bring it up that far sideline. Bodie trying to reach that leg out there and stop that ball. He does for a minute. Here is Crowder. Crowder with a head of steam himself. He's got 3 guys all following him upfield, and that ball ends up going out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw in. And Peterson will get the ball handed to him from his head coach, Rob Loogie, in his 6th year as the Collinsville head coach. 92 wins. I'm going to guess he's going to get to 100 this year.
Boy, I hope so.
Me too.
If not, then it's not been a successful season.
I would say not.
In my book.
Working on 93 right now. Here is Peterson. Down to Crowder. Back over to Trey. Peterson will send it back to the defense. Collinsville could probably just send it back to the defense and play keep away for a while and chew up some of that time. We're into single digits on the minutes now, though. We're down to 8:45. Here is Bodie. That's nice pass.
It's a kid that's going to be hard to replace next year, Bryson Bodie.
Yeah. I'm just up here talking to his dad. I'm like, he's a senior finally? I said, it seems like I've been calling his name for 5 years.
Yeah. Boy, he just chews up minutes.
Yeah. Peterson gets the ball up for.
Look at this. Just dink.
Yeah, they're just. I told you, they're playing keep away.
This is Collinsville soccer right here. Look at them. They're running all over the place, and we're just tiring them out. We didn't need to make that ball.
Compton sends it past everybody, and Keck is trying to chase it down as
it's all right.
Carter got there, but he really couldn't do anything about it. Keck's got a little bit of a weight advantage and was able to block out Carter. Carter's no small guy in stature himself, but Keck had the better of him there. Downing sends it back out to midfield. Eludes a couple of players, finds Bodie. Trying to find Peterson, and he didn't put enough on that pass, and that allowed.
But he came back and recovered.
Mosley to get in there. Yeah, excuse me, that wasn't Mosley, that was Reinhardt. And now Belleville at least hasn't made a lot of changes here tonight.
No.
They finally make a change here as they bring in Adam Merchiori.
Common spelling.
Common? No, there's nothing common about that. Looks like merchandise. Merchiori.
That's a joke in our police world.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had to get 9 pronunciations off the Belleville East team.
Yeah, it's probably a record.
Yeah.
Great ball by Peterson there up that line.
Yeah, phonetically spell these things out. So myself and Chris Kettler, who has to announce these guys when they start.
Chris Kettler, one of the best in the business over there on the PA.
Well, and some of them, you just got to ask, how do you pronounce it? Because it's the spelling. And, if you're in Clinton County, Rackers is Rockers. Here it's Rakers.
Got it.
Throw in coming, far side of the field, into the box, and it comes down, and that's a little bit dangerous, but Belleville East finds a way to get out of it. And now the Lancers trying to push their way upfield to Ba. And circling around is Argueta. Back over to the other side. Crowder will send the ball back up. Lancers, they come away with it, though. And the aforementioned Merchiori comes away with the ball. Collinsville finds a way to get it back. Chrisman couldn't get there first. And the Lancers continue their offensive push. Here is Ba. Far side of the box, Peterson trying to stay with his guy over there, and
good job.
Poked it out of bounds. Across the sideline, and that means another throw-in coming up here for Will Keck. 5.5 minutes to go here in this second half. Keck, high throw-in, deep, and caught by Nicky Tony. That's that basketball height coming into play.
That's rebounding there, sir.
Myself and Chris Kettler making the drive to Charleston tomorrow. We'll be there to bring you the football game, week number 4. Kahawks trying to win 3 in a row.
Good.
Charleston Trojans hosting your Collinsville Kahawks, 7 o'clock. Kickoff will be on the air around 6:40 with the pregame show. That's tomorrow's action. I am not sure.
Nick's got to come out and own that there, Todd. Nick's got to come off that line.
Last year, Charleston came here, but we had to go up to Charleston because we had that game against Mattoon at Eastern Illinois University.
That's the game I remember watching.
Yeah.
I thought it was turf. I don't know about Charleston.
Yeah, Charleston's got their but Mattoon was getting the new field. That's why we had to play there.
Okay.
So Charleston's just playing on their regular field, which it might be grass. I'm not sure.
And what's their record?
0-3.
So things are looking good?
Trending in the right
direction.
That's
in the broadcasting world, yes.
Trending. Bodie sends the ball out to midfield, and it comes down for Ba. Ba tries to send the ball up to Argueta, and he does so, but then Borman's there to pick it off and send it right back up. Reiniger will poke it with the bottom of his shoe out to Compton. Compton back over to Reiniger. Reiniger works the ball up the sideline. Little side kick, trying to find Chrisman. He does.
There it is.
Chrisman back over to Reiniger. Reiniger comes in from the left side, but Micah Allen got there and closed that gap quickly.
Yeah, that was good defense.
Sure was. Did Reiniger lose his shoe?
I think he's always losing that dang
he's,
shoe.
He's carrying his shoe. He's carrying his right shoe with him.
That kid has more shoe malfunctions than any player I know.
3.5 to go here in this second half. Back to Horace, and Nick Horace sends it back out toward midfield.
It's a shove.
It is blocked down by Crowder and then poked over this way for Garofalo. Garofalo with his head up, looks at things, sends it over this way to Compton. Compton back to Crowder. Belleville East keeps on giving them this much of a cushion. They're just going to play catch.
Oh, that was the right ball, but it just didn't get there.
Yeah, that was off of the chest of Sinchin.
Nicky.
And into the box it goes, and Garofalo kicks it out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up for the Lancers on the far side of the field. About 7 yards at the end of their bench. 2:45 left to play here in this second half.
Somebody's got to get to the man. It's in play.
And the ball sent toward the front, and it's in. That one didn't touch anyone. All the way over from the far side.
Collinsville is
that was
standing around. The ball's played short throw. Nobody got to man. That's unacceptable defense there on a
Quinn
throw-in.
Enriquez scored that goal. And for Mr. Enriquez, his 6th goal of the year.
That is unacceptable defense there for a throw-in in your defensive third. Period.
Well, now it's a different game here. With 3:35 left to play.
Number 8, Quinn Enriquez.
Here in this second half. So 2-1 in favor of Collinsville. And now the Kahawks can't afford to be playing keep away. They've got to put some pressure on.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope just don't panic.
Yeah.
Just don't panic, Kahawks. Keep doing what you were doing. Yes, you had a breakdown. Make it
Chrisman
right.
throws the ball in. All the way into the offensive zone, off of the head of Enriquez. Or excuse me, that was Keck. And now Chrisman with another throw in as the clock winds down underneath 2 minutes to go. Off of the head of Micah Allen. And then down toward the sideline. Bodie, he gets there first. And then puts on a nice move. Gets rid of his guy. Sends it back to the defense to waste some more time. Garofalo will send it over to Borm. Borm will poke it up and find Crowder. Back out to midfield it goes. We're down to the final 95 seconds left to play here in this second half. Out to Ba. Ba all the way over onto the far side, and then back towards the middle it goes, and onto the foot of Stinnett. Stinnett loses control of the ball, but only for a moment. Collinsville gets it back, and then Bodie steps in front of the would-be. Oh, man, that's a missed pass right there.
Come on, guys.
Breaking up the field there was Collinsville, and
lose it deep.
Landon Mahat. As into the game
no,
for the first
Bodie.
time is Nicolo Santiari for Collinsville. Over to Peterson. 1 minute to go here in this second half. And Collinsville has a 1-goal lead. Belleville East is going to get the ball back. It'll be a throw. No, Collinsville's going to get the ball.
That's our ball.
Okay.
Should be our ball, but there should have been a foul called on Trey Peterson getting leveled at the 40.
I saw him on the ground. I didn't see the hit. Up the sideline
That's
it
a great
goes.
throw.
That is a great throw all the way into the Collinsville offensive zone. And then it's back out toward the middle, Mahat. And Collinsville, you can't be playing sloppy here, trying to play keep away. Over to Bodie, who gets it to Compton, into the middle, and then taking off the ball. And Belleville is going to have another chance at this. 25 seconds left on the game clock. They'll send the ball up into the offensive zone. Comes down, Garofalo misplays it. Here's a shot, and it goes high and wide. And by the time they track that ball down, we're going to be out of time.
Slow it down. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah, I'll set the ball down. Nick Horace looks at the clock. There's 3 seconds left. He'll send it out to midfield, and that'll do it. The clock hits zeros. Collinsville wins by a score of 2-1, and they hand the Belleville East Lancers their first loss of the year. Was everything you thought it was going to be?
It was a barn burner, just like I thought. Collinsville controlled most of that game. Just shows you, excuse me, you cannot quit. You cannot sleep on a Belleville East team that can put the ball in the net. Shows you. So.
And it doesn't get any easier, man. Tuesday, right back here against Edwardsville.
Tuesday, Edwardsville.
Yeah. All right, thanks for
Thank
appreciate it. That is Brett Borm, and we appreciate him taking time out of his day and spending it here with us as we move into the post-game show brought to you by Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape, home of the Kahok chicken sandwich, been doing their thing since 2012. They will have a booth down at the Italian Fest on Friday and Saturday. Well, they will be selling their lovely chicken Alfredo sandwich. So make sure you stop by the Cafe Agape booth. It's right in front of Rich's Record Emporium there in Collinsville, another one of our fine sponsors. So make sure you stop by the booth there at the Italian Fest and get yourself some Cafe Agape food. So if you want to get a hold of them about any catering things, though, give them a call at 345 Cafe. That is Cafe Agape, 618-345-2233. What a game. Collinsville wins it here by a final score of 2-1. And the postgame show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345 Cafe. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345 Cafe. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Anyway, welcome you back into the Cafe Agape post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville, big winners tonight here, 2-1 in a hard-fought Southwestern Conference match. Joining us now on the post-game interview is the JV head coach and the assistant coach on the varsity side. That would be none other than Mr. Jeff Hayes. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me up here.
Sure, man. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while.
It has been a while. We're taking turns, I guess, down there.
Yeah, you are. All right, before we talk about this game, let's talk about your game. Your team now 4-1 after a 1-1 tie with Belleville East. Your only goal came in the second half by Nick Shantz, but I like the steal by Evan Wilkinson to get that thing going and get that ball moved up. That was a good steal.
Absolutely. Evan does a fantastic job. He's been playing center back, and he does a fantastic job of reading the balls coming at him. So he wins those balls and plays them forward, and we knew that we were going to be able to counter because they were playing a high line, so we went to a 3-4-3 and played a great ball through. And Nick's a hustler, so he's going to get in there. He had a couple chances tonight. Probably shot a little early on one or two of them, but then after that we talked about it. He took that one in, so he's going to get hustle goals all season long.
And you had Robbie Freeman in goal. He's filled in the varsity side for a couple of games, so he's getting some experience.
Yeah, Robbie's done a great job. He coming off the bench, you don't know what you're going to get with somebody in their first start at a varsity level like that, coming against Webster Groves. They're a great team, and he stood up with them well. So really happy with Robbie.
All right, so 4-4-1. You all right with that? I mean, I know
I am.
coaches would be like, no, I want to be 9-0.
Yeah, because right. But I also know that we've got a lot of freshmen on our team. We've got a small sophomore class altogether, and I think returning from guys that weren't on the varsity team last year, we only had 4. So we're filling in with a couple extra guys from the freshman team. They're getting plenty of minutes at JV level, at freshman level. So. They're learning on the fly, and they're doing a great job. I can't complain about those guys at all.
All right, let's move on and talk about this varsity game. Well, first and foremost, number 11 on the goal category for Adam Reiniger, man, and that was just, typical Adam Reiniger.
Yeah, he's a hustler. We were talking the other day. I was telling Nedswicki that he is in phenomenal shape, and he's got an engine just doesn't stop. So you've got a kid who's got great touch. He knows how to win balls in the air. He's got a fantastic shot. He can also finish, and there is a difference between those two. But more than anything, he's got to outwork kids, and that's what he did tonight on that goal.
Trey Peterson picks up his 5th goal of the year, man, and that was nothing but pure hustle.
It was. He went just darting through that back line, and we like to get Trey up when we can. Due to some injuries, we're kind of shifting some guys around. He's been playing a little bit in the back, but he's as dangerous as they come on the wing, and he just basically dribbled 3 or 4 guys and placed a great shot.
Yeah. Nick Horrison goal should have had a shutout, but that was a breakdown over there on that first goal and the only goal for Belleville East.
Yeah, you know what? I think we played great all night long, and that is one of those things. We would love to have had a shutout, but you can't fault him like that. It just looked like from my angle the ball took a bounce inside the box. He wasn't sure if somebody was going to get to it or not, and it snuck in the back post.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for the visit. We will see you Tuesday versus Edwardsville.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, guys.
All right, Jeff Hayes, the JV head coach and the assistant varsity coach here for your Collinsville Cahoks. We'll take another break here on the Cafe Agape postgame show. Come back and wrap things up for you next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And don't forget about that Cafe Agape booth at the Italian Fest, both tomorrow and Saturday
How about a chicken Alfredo sandwich? That sounds good right now, as a matter of fact. 2-1 to final here as we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape post-game show. Adam Reiniger scores his 11th goal of the year at the 30-50 mark of the first half. Trey Peterson gets a goal himself, his 5th of the year at the 66-36 mark. And then with about 2.5 minutes to go here in the second half, Belleville East gets a goal as Collinsville kind of wasn't set right. And that's the final 2-1. The JV game ended in a 1-1 tie. Volleyball action. Freshmen lost in straight sets. JV won in straight sets. And varsity dropped 2 sets as well. Our next action coming to you tomorrow from Charleston. Week number 4 of the football season as Collinsville will travel to Charleston to take on the Trojans. We'll be on the air at 6:40 with pregame. And 7 o'clock is scheduled kickoff. And then our next soccer game is Tuesday right here at Kahok Stadium against the Edwardsville Tigers. Big thank you to Coach Rob Loogie joining us on the pregame show and his assistant Coach Jeff Hayes joining us on the postgame show. A big thank you to Brett Borm on the microphone and my buddy Zach Roseman on the camera. We appreciate all the help everyone gives. My name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow evening, everyone enjoy the rest of this evening.